Welcome to the Mojo Market Report. Here's your hosts, Dave Sturcio and Chris Gucci.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Mojo Market Report right here on a Thursday. It is Thursday, May the 11th, 2023. It is Dave Sturcio. It is Chris Gucci, who probably couldn't be in a better mood today for
rough.
this show. It's amazing. Let's go. It is a loaded show. We have a lot to talk about, especially... What is that? Do you hear that? You hear that? It's a pulse.
What is it?
It's a pulse. It's a pulse. There's a pulse in New York, ladies and gentlemen. The Knicks bounce back. We'll get into that in a minute. Big time, needed sweep by the Yankees. I'm sorry. I know it's the A's, and I know they stink, and I know they don't even belong in the league, but you got to hammer home these specific games, especially early on when you're reeling a little bit and you're still in like last place. You're still like 8 games back. You got to win these games.
Back-to-back games with 10 or more.
Oh, yeah. Volpe.
Offense woke up a little bit.
Volpe hits his first grand,
took a month and a half to get his first Grand Slam. Jeter took 15 years. Must be better, right?
Oh, my God. Yeah, it did. Wow. That did take a long time. So Volpe goes off. The Yankees win a game. That's big news. The Mets, they kind of answered the call when they needed to. And just strictly speaking on a local front, the Mets, Verlander went out there. He dealt. He was striking dudes out in the 7th and the 8th, and you're just like, whew, okay.
Oh, so Verlander's back.
Verlander might be back a little bit.
Yeah, Verlander's going to be fine.
I think he's going to be fine
until he gets hurt again.
The one guy I worry about is obviously Scherzer. I think that somebody has to get his neck right, get him right. He's old. I get it. Like, both of these guys are old. They're going to break down a little bit.
I think Scherzer will be fine.
A little bit of an oil change might be needed.
Down the stretch is what they need. It's not about being fine. They need to win postseason games with these two.
Correct.
That's what they brought them there for.
Correct. So that is your MLB report, as if there was a lot to talk about there. But the Yankees and the Mets both get themselves a much, much needed victory. All right, moving on. NBA. Last night, the Knicks had to have it. They had it. They did it. They had to do what they had to do, and that's extend the series to get back down to Miami on Friday night. Is that going to be the demise? I don't know. Did they play over expectations last night? They played as good as I thought they would play in front of the hometown crowd. I thought that top to bottom, left to right, they were down 10 after 1, and I was like, here we go. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to be a long night. Somebody's going to go off. They took advantage of the fact that Miami was not shooting well early. Their transitional basketball was good. Their hustle was good. Jalen Brunson, I won't say it. I don't want him to go off the rails here. Brunson, 38 points in 48 minutes. The guy did not step off the court. That's what you need out of your leader. Early on, I put this out there on Twitter. I said, how do you not hold responsible Julius Randle for anything bad that's about to happen in this game? You get hurt within the first minute, and he did. He got poked in the eye. Did you see it?
Yeah.
He looked brutal. But
I mean, hurt?
I mean, that is an injury. If you get an eye injury in the sport of any sport, it's bad news. Speaking of eyes, not for nothing, I'm not talking about absolute eyewear, but I am talking about. Did you hear about the Mets catcher? He's being sent to a specialist. He's having vision problems. So all of a sudden, guess who they're calling up? Gary Sanchez is going to be playing for the New York Mets. Anyway, so back to basketball.
What kind of vision problems is he having?
I don't know.
So, and which catcher?
I don't know. The younger one.
The starter.
Yes, the
or
starter.
Francisco Alvarez. The youngest one?
No, I think that's
the prospect?
No. The one who's on the roster right now, who is catching every day, is having vision problems, and they're saying they're contributing to
Why
him.
can't I think of his name?
I don't know. Off the top of my head,
he was on the White Sox 2 years ago, I think.
They're going to make me think. I'll look it up.
Yeah, please do.
Mets starting
it's really bothering me.
Catcher.
And I almost don't want you to say it because I want to get it.
Depth chart. Here we go.
I think he's a lefty?
I don't know.
Why do I know what he bats and I don't know?
Catcher. It's Francisco Alvarez. Oh, it's Thomas Nido.
It's not who I was thinking. Who's the other catcher?
Omar Narvaez and Michael Perez. But now they're saying that Sanchez is on his way.
I guess he was a Met last year.
Anyway, back to basketball. Back to the Knicks.
I was thinking.
Look.
Rough morning for me.
It is.
Come on.
Okay. It's all right. Get with
Bro,
it.
I'm going to say what's going on, by the way.
Oh,
all right?
Yeah? We're just
not the length of it. But what I'm going to say is, like, my cat got fixed and somebody let my cat out. Pissed off about it.
Who let the cat out?
Meow.
Meow.
He's like surgically repaired.
Yeah.
Or impaired, you could say in this case.
Does he have the cone around his head?
Well.
To make sure he doesn't go out of his own thing?
Again, I wasn't home. I got
Okay.
home, and there's the cone.
There were cones.
The cone next
that
to the
movie.
door. And
They took the cone off?
I don't know, man.
All right, let's not get you all riled up. Let's talk about something positive, like the New York Knicks. So look, they're extending the series down there again, and I've never seen this before. And maybe you could shed some light on it. You were more of the active NBA guy in your 20s and 30s. I was too, but not as in depth. When they did that,
I won a dunk contest.
When
I'm
they-
like the active NBA guy.
when they did the Hack-a-Shack thing back in the day.
Yeah.
How early were they doing it?
Well, the problem with running the offense through Shaq is like that was the problem. That's why you hacked Shaq.
Yeah,
because they were and
At what point did you start hacking Shaq?
immediately.
No, I'm serious. Like,
No, I am too. Like as soon as he got the ball close to the basket.
okay, because with 4 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the game, they started hacking Mitch Robinson, and it was apparent that was they were away from the ball fouls. They were just roughing Mitch up, forcing him to go to the line because we all seen Mitch Robinson's his free throw ability is just a little skewed. But last night, Mitch Robinson, God bless his heart, he hit some big ass free throws last night, and I was like, okay, buddy, answering the call. Good job,
The NBA
Spoelstra, trying to
NBA
outcoach us this time. I don't think so.
So I mean, it is very good coaching, but because it's such good coaching, you'd think that the NBA will
Be made is what I'll say and censor myself.
Eventually, make a rule where you can't just hack anybody late.
It's going to be
You're
a
gonna
technical. Speaking of technicals,
You're going to be able to give somebody else the free throws if that's the case.
that is a good idea.
But at the same time, use your timeouts and make some substitutions and get guys off the floor on offense.
It's very hard to take him off the floor when Hartenstein is your backup right now because of what they've dealt with injuries. Jericho Sims was their guy most of the year.
Hit your free throws and he did.
And hit your free throws, and he did. He was in the gym early. You know what I'm saying? Making sure. Another stupid rule in the NBA. Very, very brutal rule. Did you see the Jimmy Butler 3-point play that turned into 3 points and the ball with a flagrant one? Okay, so I'll break it down like this. Butler has the ball. Shot clock's running out. He throws up a 3, and in the process of throwing up a 3, he kicks his leg. Like, spreads his legs. Like, his legs are spread. And he comes down on Josh Hart. They call Josh Hart for fouling him because he's in the act of throwing and they made contact, but not allowing Jimmy Butler to land cleanly when Jimmy Butler was the one to kick his leg. They reviewed it and upheld it and still gave 3 foul shots and the ball to the Heat.
Gotta let him land.
That's a shitty rule, man. I don't like that rule at all.
Well, guys are getting injured because of it.
It's like, but at what point? And that's another thing. I've seen Harden do it. I've seen a lot of guys do it. When you literally just lean into people and they're just...
That's gone now. You're not
Well, they're still doing it. I'm telling you right now, they're still doing it.
That's it's happening a lot less now. Trust me. Like the NBA fixed that.
There was somebody who did it like infamously. Was it Kawhi Leonard?
It was Harden.
It was Harden, right? Okay, that's what I figured.
And Harden's numbers, I mean, he's also tailing off in his career, but yeah, that was how he created a lot.
Yeah.
Free throws, a lot.
Anyway, rough. There was also 3 offensive possessions in a row by the Knicks where they called an offensive foul away from the ball. Like somebody set a moving screen, somebody did this.
I've never heard somebody complain so much about a win.
No. What I'm saying is, look at Twitter, look at everybody that was watching the game in real time, and they're like, this is going to be a referee game. This is going to be one of those games where you're like, I can't believe the referees called X amount of fouls throughout the course of the game. Look, they overcame it. The Knicks were up by 19
So you're
at
trying
one
to say that
point.
the Knicks overcame the refs and the Heat.
Hell yeah.
Give me a break.
Hell
bro.
yeah.
Give me
No,
a break,
they did.
bro.
They
Take
did.
the blinders off. I didn't even watch the game.
Well, I'm telling you right. Well, that's your fault. I'm telling you right now.
I couldn't. I was busy.
Okay. If you're here, put the game on.
It was on.
So, take a little peek, a little gander. Yeah, you had fine words to say about Julius Randle. Julius Randle is the word I used last night to multiple people. Chop Sports,
Dave
my father.
told me that he was handsome. He was like, Julius Randle's handsome.
I said, watching him, outside of the fact that when he's scoring points, it's maddening. It's maddening. Like you are just sitting there, want to rip every hair follicle out of your head when he's got the ball in his hands and he's trying to dribble and create his own shot. Just, if you're going to make it, look, he made big shots. He had 24 points last
Knicks
night.
won, guys. Dave,
The Knicks did win, but I want to make sure that they get everything right because now they're going to go to Miami tomorrow
sparked.
And try to extend it and get it back to the Garden, which I said yesterday. If it gets back to the Garden for Game 7, we ain't losing that game.
Oh, give me a break.
I'm telling you right now, we ain't losing that game. They got to get there first. Will they? That's another, that remains to be seen. But, again, Brunson had an incredible game. Hart, not so much. R.J. Barrett hit his shots.
Hurt, by the way.
Jimmy Butler, and this is something that was said on the air on the way in. On WFAN, is that these role players, the guys like the no-namers, the Jimmy Palumbos, are like, who the hell is that guy? I'm the same way. I'm like, who's that guy hitting threes all over the place? If they're not on, I'm telling you right now, whether you think Jimmy Butler's hurt or not, Jimmy Butler can't do this by himself. He cannot beat the Knicks by himself. He cannot do it.
Nobody. I mean, people can. There's people that can beat
Jimmy
the Knicks
Butler
by themselves. Jimmy Butler. I mean, of course you can't. You need defense from all your guys. You need good rebounding. You need
It's not even that. Kevin Love, who the enigma, I said he was 100 and he was making threes all night. He went 0 for 7 yesterday from the field.
Well, yeah.
So
of course,
you got to take advantage.
You need role players, and everybody needs. Even Kobe needed Derek Fisher to hit a shot. Even everybody along. Steve Kerr, bro. Steve Kerr hit a big shot. John Paxson hit big shots. You name it. Everybody that had
Tony Kukoc
a run in the NBA, they had role players help them along. No different here.
All right.
But Jimmy Butler, let's not make any mistakes. He's not like I think Jimmy Butler's a great player and he rises to the occasion and he brings his team further than they should go. But Jimmy Butler's not a top 10 player.
Well, his playoff numbers this year is now amongst Jordan and LeBron-esque as far as his points per game. So he's absolutely tearing it up.
I'm not denying that, what he does in the postseason and things like that, but how many, Jordan LeBron-esque is one thing. Jordan and LeBron-esque, when you have 4 rings, 5 rings, 6 rings, then you can start talking Jordan and LeBron-esque.
Sure.
And I love Jimmy Butler.
I liked him too until he started playing the Knicks.
But I also think that he's, you watched him yesterday limping in.
They're all limping. They're all limping. Everybody's hurt.
Everybody's hurt, and the Knicks only had one guy in the injury report yesterday, and I never heard of him. So the Knicks
You never heard of Emmanuel Quickly?
No.
He missed the
somebody
game.
else. It was somebody else too then. There was another Nick. Or was it? Maybe I'm thinking of a completely different game. Whatever, bro. My cat.
The way my bank account work out. The cat's out of the
anyway,
cat's out of the bag, folks. All right. Back to the second game of the night.
Jimmy Butler's hurt, Dave.
Whatever. Make all your excuses you want. The Knicks are going to try to take them down in Miami tomorrow night, and I will be out at the local watering hole watching that one to make sure I will my team to win. All right. Golden State, another home team that had to go backs against the wall, had to do it. We said it yesterday very easily, can predict that they would go off, and they did. They had 3 starters with 20 points or more. Steph Curry had himself a game. This is what I know the game was in their control. When guys like Draymond Green are scoring, like just outright scoring, not just being a body, not just rebounding. He did have a double-double, but to score and you're Draymond Green, you have a problem. So you look at the Lakers across the field, across the court, and you have LeBron and AD doing their thing. Great, some contributors off the bench, but we kind of knew this was going in. We kind of knew this, that Golden State would play the game they needed to play.
Relatively out of hand early. There was obviously the chance that the Lakers stormed back, but Golden State hit their shots, and it was standard. I thought honestly, my buddy was, Joe was taking the Lakers, and he was trying to take the Golden State. He was like, I think the Lakers will go up, and then I'm going to bet Golden State. I'm like, what are you doing, dude? Just take the Warriors money
he's like
line,
live betting and stuff?
Alternate line this, and you'll be fine. I knew that was, I'm not going to say I knew, but I had a very good feeling that
We all had a good feeling. We all had a good feeling that Golden State was going to ball out, and they did. So congratulations to them as they move their game to another game, back to LA. So I pretty much think that one's going to go one way. LA is a force to be reckoned with. They just hit a little bit of a roadblock.
AD left the game on a wheelchair though. Got an elbow to the head, and he was like, equilibrium was all off. They made a big deal about it. Also, Draymond Green, I'm surprised they didn't put him in concussion protocol. He took a hard fall, drilled the back of his head on an outlet pass, and they didn't really check
Maybe that's
him.
everything that he needed.
Yeah, maybe. But AD
took
took a hard elbow. He sat down. He took it in the temple. He was able to walk back to I don't know. It was weird the way they handled it. And I think that because the way Golden State's court is set up, you have to walk across the court to get to the locker room from the bench.
Oh.
So they had to take him to a back room, and apparently in the back room he lost a little bit of balance.
Really?
But they said all told, he's fine, no concussion, so he'll probably be good to go. But
Julius Randle got poked in the eye.
you do have to worry. Looked like he had pink eye. We'll just say that.
It looked like he had pink eye. And shout out to Iron Eagle, who called this game last night on TNT, who said he looks like Will Smith from when he got stung by that bee in that movie Twitch. I said, Ian, bro, you got it wrong twice. You got it wrong twice. It was a food reaction, and it was Hitch. Like, he was getting blown up on his text.
He looked like one of the characters from Men in Black, the Will Smith movie.
That's good. It's not bad. Will Smith, referred to twice.
I'm sure you guys all know the character I'm talking about.
Keep Will Smith's name out your mouth. Anyway, the All-NBA team was announced yesterday. That's fun. So if you're in the Mojo market and you have investments in these players, you might have gotten a little bit of an uptick as the All-NBA. The one thing is blows me away. All-NBA. SGA, that's a big one. You know who missed out on All-NBA was Morant because of the BS that he went through. You know how much money that cost him in super bonus or max or super duper bonus, whatever the hell you call it. Luka, Giannis, Tatum, Embiid, all there. LeBron James gets his 19th All-NBA team.
What are we even talking about?
Are we kidding, bro? Are we kidding at this point? Julius Randle, all third NBA team. So that was that. Games tonight. Chris, Boston, Philly. Obviously, Philly up 3-2. Do they put it away in Philadelphia tonight? Can Boston avenge that bad home loss?
Honestly, I think that's going to go 7.
So you
Just
like
a
Boston
hunch.
tonight?
I think Philly wins the series in Boston because I'm never going to pick them. But, Boston will probably win this game.
Embiid coming off of not only MVP awards, but now all NBA, so he's feeling himself. I think they put it away. I think they put it away tonight. I was feeling 7 the entire time, but after Boston dropped one at home, I felt like, you know what, the hell with this. It's not going to happen. So Philadelphia, I like the Sixers to win and get to the Eastern Conference Finals, where they'll obviously play the winner of the Heat and the Knicks. And then obviously tonight, Denver at Phoenix, back in Phoenix, 3-2. Can Denver and the Joker or the Yoker have you put this away in Phoenix, or is that one also going 7? This is the NBA's dream, by the way, to get all these series
Well,
to go
Chris
7.
Paul's out.
That's been
I think they ruled him out officially. I don't know that even matters. I think Phoenix should still win this game. It's going to go 7. Denver, Phoenix is just a much better team at home, and they still have KD. They still have Booker. It's, going to be a good game, but I think Phoenix takes it.
You know what's crazy? The fact that, Phoenix, hopefully New York, and hopefully, maybe
if Denver
Philadelphia
plays the way they played the other day, though, there's no shot anyway.
I wholeheartedly agree, but we have a chance to have multiple game 7s, and maybe not one of the series might not go 7 and might be finished early, and go figure, it would be LeBron and the Lakers. So that's just, it's crazy how it all worked out.
No, it'll be the Heat.
Dude, I understand. I get it. I get it.
Both those series are going to be over in 6. The Lakers and the
He doesn't root for my happiness. Like I root for his. You understand? There's like a difference in partnerships here at Chop. It's like I'm wholeheartedly get excited when this dude is pumped about his teams. I am. And he just wants to see my demise.
I don't like the Knicks. I dislike the Knicks. It's not like I'm.
But just do it for me,
nothing to do with you. And I like the Heat.
Do you like me?
Conversely, not as much as I like the Heat.
Listen, I get it. Anyway, some NFL. Do we have any NFL? No, we don't. But no, the NFL schedule comes out tonight, 8 o'clock. Must-see television. I know Gooch is going to be glued to his TV to find out just when his Packers play
I'll be like,
all their games.
Hold on, Ash. I have to watch something that I'm going to see on my phone 48
You don't understand.
times.
The NFL schedule release is huge in my house. You know why? Because
you, Dave,
What?
because of you. That's why. All right? That's the only answer here. Because of you.
No,
Nobody
it's because of the things that correspond. Like, when am I going to get out to Dallas again? Because I'm going to go to
That's
Dallas
cool.
for a home game. I'm trying to plan a Disney trip.
But do you?
I can't do it until the schedule comes out.
Here's the shitty part for your wife. Is that like you could get this information, it'll be the same day. You'll still find all these things out, but you won't have to drag her through like the national anthem on TV because they're going to release the schedule. You know, like that's what they're doing here.
Can you imagine it?
Hook, line, and sinker. Got them.
Yeah.
What are we doing? You're gonna watch.
Well,
you're gonna watch. Like
they must have done something right because I know there's more than
you know
one
what?
me
I have a good
that
idea.
feel this way.
I know that's. Case in
The
point.
ratings are ridiculous for the schedule release program.
Embarrassing to the society, honestly.
Oh, embarrassing that we want to see
Because
when our teams play.
I do certain things on my phone, right?
Yeah, no,
where
you
it's
do
like
everything on your phone, meaning like, look at you. How old are you with the flashlight on?
40. Be 41.
41 in a couple weeks.
2 weeks.
Feeling
Literally
it?
2 weeks from today. No,
for
I don't
you.
give a shit, dude. I don't care about that. But yeah, Bleacher Report gives you the schedule. Twitter gives you the schedule.
Yeah,
sure
I'm
gonna
well
see
aware
it.
of all the other outlets that give schedules. I get it, bro.
So don't put your family through that, Dave.
I'm not putting my family
Coco
through
Melon's
anything. I'm
much
just
better.
saying, today is the day that I can start making plans for the fall. It's exciting.
Just don't make any plans for tonight, Steph, because you're going to be
Not
sitting
calling her
home
out by name.
watching the NFL schedule. The NFL schedule release party at Sturch's
She
house
has
today.
been just craving this day so she can just book the damn Disney trip. Like, she's
Fair
waiting.
point, fair
she's
point.
waiting, and she wants to drive, and I'm like, bow, 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 reload, bow, bow, bow. All right, anyway, real quick. What? I die after the first shot, yes.
Yeah.
Ever see that movie? That's another movie for another day. Anyway, real quick, just to give the all, I know you're going to really love this. It's the all-paid team for 2023. Who is the highest paid position player at each position on the field every day? I know you really, really care. So this is 2023. There is, ready? There is, wait, no. Yes. Okay, so here we go. The highest paid quarterback going into this year for the average per year, Lamar Jackson's getting $52 million. Last year was Aaron Rodgers. So there has been a change at the guard as the highest paid quarterback. Christian McCaffrey is getting paid $16 million this year. What?
So is he? I want to guess.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
I would have guessed McCaffrey.
Okay. Well, McCaffrey and last year's all paid running back?
Derrick Henry?
No, McCaffrey again. He's made the most money. All paid wide receivers. Hit me with them. There's 3 of them that they put on this little thingy here.
Okay, so Devontae?
Devontae's number 2 at $30 million a year. I'm sorry, $28 million a year.
Tyreek Hill?
Tyreek Hill's number 1 at $30 million a year. And number 3?
Number three. Debo? No.
No. Remember, he got the incentive thing going
It's
on.
not A.J. Brown.
Think trade bait.
Hopkins?
It is Hopkins. $27.3 million. So if he stays there, that's what he's going to be due. Last year's all paid 3, Hill, Adams, and Hopkins. So that hasn't changed at all either. Who's the highest paid tight end in the league right now? Chris.
Travis Kelce.
He is not.
Mark Andrews.
He is not. It is Darren Waller will be making $17 million a year, which is absurd. Last year, who was the all paid tight end?
Darren Waller.
It was not. It was George Kittle. You're really good at this. The offensive line, you'll never guess.
No, you know who's bad at this? Whoever paid Darren Waller.
the Raiders.
That has nothing to do with me.
Anyway, do you want to even go past the offensive line? Do you care?
I don't.
Okay. Well, it's Laramie Tunsil, it's Quentin Nelson, it's Jason Kelsey, it's Chris Lindstrom, and it's Lane Johnson. Lane Johnson's 100 years old, making $20.2 million this year. Last year's team was Trent.
49ers.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
It was a lot of them. Going to the defense. All right, one defensive end, one interior lineman. Go for it.
All right. So
Interior defensive lineman first.
Interior defensive lineman
tackle.
first. Aaron Donald.
Aaron Donald. He will be making $31.7 million a year. You'll never actually get the second
Von
one.
Miller?
No, it's interior. Let's stick with interior. They have 2. You'll never get this, but it's Jeffrey Simmons. He's going to be making 23.5 this year. Yeah. Yes, Titans. So last year it was Aaron Donald and DeForest Buckner were the interior defensive. Now edge rushers. Who do we got? Highest paid.
Did TJ Watt get that contract?
TJ Watt, $28 million this year. Joe, all right, next. Just gave it away. If you were listening.
Bosa?
Yeah, Joey Bosa with 27. Last year's highest page was TJ Watt and Joey Bosa, so that didn't change. Linebackers. There's 2 listed here. All paid linebackers. Who are the highest paid linebackers in the league?
Roquan Smith.
Roquan Smith is $20 million a year, and
Roquan Smith and
Hacka.
Shaq Barrett.
Shaq Leonard. Shaq Leonard, $19.7 million last year was Leonard and Fred Warner. Cornerbacks, there are 3. You should know the first one. Jair is $21 million a year. What are we doing? $21 million a year for a corner. Anyway, next. It's a lot. It means Trayvon Diggs is going to make more. It's just going to be nuts. It's going to suck.
He shouldn't, but he will.
He shouldn't.
He's not better than him.
Oh, come on. Come on.
It's actually, I don't even think it's close.
Oh, God. All right,
No
you're
way,
right.
no way.
Let me know when Jair gets like 11, 12 interceptions in one season.
Let me know when they even throw to him 12 times in a season.
Well, that's what's happening in Dallas now. They're avoiding him now, except for
because
the
the other
big
corners
ones.
suck so bad.
Anyway, Jair, who's next?
Not Ramsey yet, right? He
He's
got
not there.
passed.
Got passed by two guys.
Yeah.
One guy is prehistoric as well. In my mind, he's not, but he is.
Prehistoric. Xavier Howard.
No, Denzel Ward is not the guy I was referring to. He's got 20.1, but Marshawn Lattimore, I feel like he's been there forever.
Yeah.
He's 26 years old, so he's not like really prehistoric. He's making 19.5. Last year was Alexander Ward and Jalen Ramsey was last year, so he got passed up. Safeties. Let's hit it. Okay, Derwin James is making 19.1. Mika Fitzpatrick making 18.4. You should have got that. Jamal Adams and Harrison
very
Smith
lazy. Jamal Adams is the worst.
last year. So that's the all NFL paid team. Follow us, guys. Do us that favor at the old TikTok on Mojo, on Instagram, on Twitter, at Mojo, MOJO. Join the Discord every day. You could talk to one of the experts out there giving out all the share prices. Things are on the move right now because obviously now all these rookies have rosters. Mini camps are happening, so now expectations are starting to kind of, change a little bit. I don't know how much they're going to change, but they're going to change. But anyway, that's a show. The Knicks are alive. We'll talk about it tomorrow.
I saw a report that Jordan Love is exuding confidence.
What does that mean?
It means he's confident. It means he's ready to.
He's oozing
do the damn
machismo, is
thing.
what he's doing.
He's ready to go.
Why wouldn't he?
Exactly.
If anybody, and I'm not
Exactly.
Hear me out. Where I'm like fluffing up his quarterback. If there's anybody in the league with the biggest size chip on his shoulder, it should be Jordan Love. Jordan Love sat behind Aaron Rodgers quietly, said nothing. I don't even know. Outside of the fact that you met him in a bathroom stall, I don't even know what he sounds like. I don't know what his voice sounds like.
Dave did not find out what he sounds like based on me peeing next to him.
Truth, but what I'm saying is he ain't a loudmouth. He hasn't said a word. He sat behind Rodgers.
Dave, I've only heard him talk twice.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
You know,
You're a Packer guy who follows.
Obviously, I've heard him talk more, but yes, he does not.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, he hasn't said a damn word. Rodgers is out of town. He's quietly now the new face of the Green Bay Packers. It's just the way it is. So go Jordan Love. I hope he has a successful season until the Packers play the Cowboys in the NFC title game.
Maybe some of these teams will stop pushing their quarterbacks to play right away just because the pressure from the fan base. Because I think you're going to see something that you don't typically see out of the gate, which is going to be an MVP season.
Let's talk about that tomorrow. I got an idea to talk about tomorrow. No.
Pro Bowl, definitely Pro Bowl.
Let's talk about tomorrow. Some dynasty plays you would play.
Okay.
With a draft coming up in August for us dynasty owners and the Mojo market. What's that dynasty draft going to look like? How many guys are you actually going to be faithful in putting in your chips all in one side? So we'll talk about that tomorrow. We'll talk about the NBA, and we'll wrap up this fantastic week of basketball tomorrow morning. See you guys tomorrow.